Depot. A little different situation and good background for us to keep in mind. Let's go back to court.
Yes, I do.
Okay. And he indicates that they're in his bags at the house.
That's correct.
And there's a audio in there of Mr. Chernoff saying, when it's stated that they have not been recovered by you, words to that effect, Mr. Chernoff states, "Oh, really? Were you watching the defendant at that time?"
Yes.
And did he seem surprised that LAPD had not yet recovered his bags?
The objections overruled under 800 lay opinion.
Did Dr. Murray seem surprised that LAPD had not yet recovered and been in possession of his medical bags?
He seemed very surprised.
What did you observe?
An expression on his face like,
Kind of a startled, big-eyed look?
Objection, leading his witness.
Sustained.
I'm describing for the record what he...
His own language for it.
Just a moment. We don't have to have editorial comments by the people or the defense.
Leading.
Re-ask the objection sustained. You can ask the witness.
Describe what you saw Dr. Murray express when he learned that LAPD was not in possession of his medical bags.
his eyes got bigger, wider, as if he was surprised, a look of surprise, just as Mr. Chernoff said, "Oh, really?"
Now, going back to the day prior, June 26, 2009, there are a couple additional items I wanted to ask you about. On that day when you responded to 100 North Carrollwood on June 26, 2009, and you described some of the items, the empty pill bottles that were recovered, the diazepam and lorazepam. Additionally, were there some business cards recovered?
Yes, there was.
And those were in the name of Conrad Murray as well as David Adams?
That's correct.
You're going to have two separate business cards. May the business card in the name of Conrad Murray be marked Peoples 198 for identification?
I think we're up to 199.
198.
Mrs. Benson?
Correct, Your Honor.
Which
Okay.
one is correct?
199.
Thank you. 199.
Thank you, Your Honor. Peoples 199. And then additionally a card in the name of David J. Adams indicates anesthesiologist. May this be marked Peoples 200 for identification, Your Honor?
Yes, 200.
And these two items, Detective Peoples 199 and Peoples 200, were these turned over to you by Mr. Winner, or from where did these come?
Those were recovered from Mr. Jackson's master bath by Detective Lisa Sanchez.
Showing you first Peoples 199. This indicates Conrad Murray and his Las Vegas address. This appears to be a business card for his practice.
Yes, correct.
And turning over Peoples 199, it has the name of David Adams, anesthesia, and a telephone number.
Yes.
And additionally, Peoples 200 with the name David J. Adams, anesthesiologist, with also a Las Vegas address.
That's correct.
Another item. Do you recall in the interview, toward the end of the interview, Detective Martinez asking about some type of dermatological cream, Latanoprost, Latanoprost?
Yes.
And those 3 vials of eye medication, according to the packaging, those were also recovered on June 26, 2009?
Yes, also from the master bath area, Mr. Jackson's bedroom.
May this package containing the 3 eye solutions be marked Peoples 201 for identification, Your Honor?
Yes.
showing me these items, Detective. It indicates, has preparation for the eye, also indicates a Dr. Arnold Klein, and turning it over, it has these 3 separate, some type of eye medications. Is that accurate?
Yes, it is.
And then I have a large plastic bag with the Applied Pharmacy Services from Las Vegas, issued to Dr. Conrad Murray in Las Vegas, Benequin cream, 20%. May this be marked Peoples 202, Your Honor?
It is.
Showing you this, Detective, the bag and the label, showing a March 31st, 2009 date, Benequin cream to Dr. Murray from Applied Pharmacy in Las Vegas. Was this recovered on June 26th?
Yes.
And from where was this recovered?
Also from within the bathroom area, master bathroom area of Mr. Jackson's bedroom.
Now, following the interview then of June 27th, 2009, I assume upon completion of the interview that day, Dr. Murray left on his own free will with his attorneys?
Yes.
Okay, and the investigation continued?
Yes, it did.
And following that day then of June 27th, 2009, were there a series of search warrants executed by law enforcement in regard to this case?
Yes, there was.
June 27th, 2009, that was a Saturday?
Correct.
That following Monday, June 29th, 2009, were search warrants executed on that day?
Yes, there was.
And do you know where those search warrants were executed?
Yes, I do.
Where, please?
It would have been at 100 North Carrollwood Drive, as well as the tow yard where Dr. Murray's car had been impounded.
And regarding the search warrant of 100 North Carrollwood, the home of Michael Jackson, again, was LAPD at that time and in that capacity basically assisting the coroner's office in their investigation?
That's correct.
And we've heard about the search warrant at the home. I want to focus your attention on the vehicle. Is that Dr. Murray's BMW?
That's correct, yes.
And do you recall what was recovered from his vehicle?
There was a contract that was recovered from the one of the doors, the pocket in the door, as well as a couple of business cards, I believe.
And the contract, is that the contract among Michael Jackson, Conrad Murray, and AEG that's been previously referenced?
Yes.
Were any propofol bottles found in Dr. Murray's BMW on that day?
No, sir.
When was the next search warrant?
That would have been July 22nd of 2009.
And where was that?
That was at Acres Home and Heart and Vascular. It would have been Dr. Murray's office in Houston, Texas.
And were any propofol bottles or vials recovered during that search?
No, sir.
Was there an additional search in Houston at that time?
Yes, there was.
And where was that?
It was a self-storage unit that was in the name of Dr. Murray as well.
Were any propofol bottles found?
Are you being audited? Do you have several years of unfiled tax?